Hi, my name is Annika, the creator of the Dyslexic Diary, and today I am here with Carson, and I'm going to be interviewing him about dyslexia. So, can you tell us your age?
I'm 13.
And just tell us a little bit about yourself.
I go to St. Emile School, and I have a dog, and I play hockey and lacrosse, and that's pretty much it. I'm not very interesting.
And how old were you when you found out you were dyslexic?
Around 8, 9 maybe, probably 9.
And what were the signs that led up to you finding out that you were dyslexic? Like, could you not read some really simple words? Could you not spell very well?
Yeah, I was put in reading and writing classes, and I was having difficulties with that.
And do you have any family members that are dyslexic?
I don't think so. I think I'm the first one.
So describe what dyslexia is to you right now.
Well, it's kind of where you can't read properly sometimes. It's not always where you can't just read, but it's sometimes on and off where you can't read or write very well. But it's not like words are floating everywhere. It's kind of like you see I don't know, but it's you don't really, it's difficult.
So I'm going to ask you a few questions about school. So are you in an English or a French school?
I'm in an English school.
And do you have any favorite subjects?
I like social studies and science.
So are there any subject areas that you find difficult?
Just kind of where we have to do essays and reading activities and following along and stuff. Yeah, math.
So you said that you like social studies and science. So what are your favorite things about social studies and science?
I actually like the Roman empires and the Greek gods, but in science, I like the cells and systems, and I also like the fluids and liquids.
So do some of your classmates know that you're dyslexic?
Yeah, I think all of them would know.
So how'd they react when you told them?
They're fine about it. Yeah, they're just they're normal. Yeah.
Did a lot of them know what it was, or did you have to explain it?
I kind of got up and kind of explained it in front of the class because a lot of them really didn't know what it was.
And is your teacher supportive, and do they give you accommodations?
Yeah, I actually have a laptop that I actually write all my notes on. And it has a feature where I just talk and it writes what I'm saying. So it's a lot easier to do stuff like that.
So you said that you went to St. Emile, right?
Yeah.
So is your school overall supportive?
Yeah. We have EAs there who help me focus and stuff and bring me into different rooms to write tests.
Do you ever do some of your tests orally?
Yeah, there's some parts where I just talk and then they write it down. So it's a lot easier for me.
So how do you feel when you hear these statements like try harder or you need to concentrate?
Well, I don't really like the word try harder. It's kind of like a state of what you can try instead of try harder. Because trying with dyslexia it's a difficult thing to do. Especially trying harder, it's a lot difficult.
And if you could tell your teacher one thing about being dyslexic, what would it be?
Probably that we need accommodations, and if children they need to talk to the children about having dyslexia and maybe seeing tutors like that.
So are you being tutored for your dyslexia?
I just recently finished my tutoring for it.
And do you go to a place to get tutored, or do your tutors come to your school or your house?
Sometimes to my house, but it's usually at the center that we go to.
And uh, were there any other methods that your school tried to use before you found out that you were dyslexic?
Not really, because the EA there has a few sons and daughters with dyslexia, so she kind of knows the ropes.
So what grade did you come into St. Emile? Like, were you there from the very beginning?
No,
Like
I
grade like
came.
kindergarten?
I actually came in at grade 7.
Oh, because I actually used to go to St. Emile,
Oh, really?
and I left because they were so unsupportive of my dyslexia. They believed that dyslexia wasn't a thing. My teachers wouldn't help me. They just thought like dyslexia doesn't exist. She's just a late bloomer. She doesn't get it. So I actually left that school because they were so unsupportive. So I guess they've made some changes and now they believe that it's actually a thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
So what are you really good at outside of school?
Um, well, like stuff like sports and extracurricular and kind of video games, I guess.
So do you play lacrosse and hockey? Is that right?
Yeah, I do.
So what positions do you play in lacrosse and hockey?
In lacrosse, I play shooter, and in hockey, I play center.
So if you just found out that you were dyslexic, what advice would you give me?
Um, that you just have to tell like people if you're dyslexic, if you're learning, like if you go to a new school, you have to tell everybody, like the teachers, just to let them know so you don't struggle and there's no like bumps and divots kind of along the road.
So do you have any questions for me?
No, not really.
Okay, well, thank you, Carson, for letting me interview you. I'm Annika, the creator of the Dyslexic Diary. Bye.